Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Stalktober special event of the Heart of the Jakuls. I'm your dedicated host, Lothran, and there is a silly amount of work to be done. So let's begin the excavation, shall we? Hurry up and grab that snack you're hankering for, settle into the best spot you can find, and get real nice and comfy to listen as carefully as you can to Slumbering Boo. Echoing steps across vast distances in a tiny room, Adolphus examined each of the tilted diamonds. When he touched their surface, smooth on his palm, it was like all of their substance disintegrated and fell away, revealing everything beneath their surface. Each one a person. Each being was there, but when Adolphus went to bring his fingers to their faces, solid, flat, invisible stone met his hands. What was this place? How had he gotten here? A light burst to life, a disc on the floor with no source point, waiting. Adolphus hid. He was just well, what was he? The disc, a pale green emanating flat space, remained where it was. Adolphus went back to checking the nearest body. A woman, clearly. Larger eyes, triangular like the others, but rounded on the edges and a little bigger, a little longer and more slender. She had plump lips and an elegant curve of neck. Her shoulders were narrow, her bones slight. Her scales were smaller in pattern and covered almost her entire naked form. Adolphus realized what he was doing, what he could do. At first ashamed of himself, and slowly he pulled his hand down over her diamond. The top swell and slight sag of her beautiful full orbs. "What are you doing?" Adolphus jumped, retreating past several more tilted diamonds. He ran every time he thought he heard the voice begin again, finally fleeing the storage room altogether. Careening full tilt around a corner, he slammed into someone or something else, rolling through a heap of cylinders and bolts to find his feet once more and run before any shape of thought was ever in his head. At the end of the hall, he hesitated. "Help, I'm stuck!" Adolphus turned his head, seeing a very odd metallic creature, reaching out, calling to anyone that might hear it, stuck between a pair of conduit tubes, shivering when it stopped trying to free itself from the situation it had found itself within, clearly afraid. Adolphus took a moment to stare at his feet, trying to come up with a reason not to help the small being in its defenseless moment. But knowing he could not come up with one, he calmed his racing nerves and walked back across the long corridor, knowing he'd be caught, but that helping someone in need was much more important than his temporary freedom. "Hey! Calm down." He reached out to the thin, lanky-bodied little metallic thing. "I came back to help. I'm here to help you, alright? Calm down and we can get you out of this." "Oh, no, you didn't have to. I can see that you were busy. I can figure this out, kind master." The robot, Adolphus remembered the word, floating up through his thoughts unbidden, yet somehow still feeling supplied to him, tried to explain away its troubles. "You're stuck. Let me help you." Adolphus reached forward and tried to pull the arm that was wedged in place like it was glued free. But he only discovered himself on his rump upon a cold, flat metal floor. "You're stuck in there good, huh?" "Yes, sir. Drone 13772. Reporting situation. Fully stuck." I shared a smile. Well, Adolphus smiled, and the drone curved its glowing eye as if it were a smile. "Can you detach the hand and pull the arm free?" Adolphus suggested, taking an angled glance at the problem. "No, master. I tried that first. I lack another hand to help with the procedure," the drone replied, looking more than a little embarrassed. It's just Adolphus, or Ado. Some people just call me Ado. I don't like it, but they do. I don't know who they are or where they are. I'm not sure where it's not important. Let's get you out of this. "Oh, you, sir, are who I was going to see. This makes some sense. While you're out of the containment chamber, not as much, but you shouldn't be here, sir. We have to get you back to the cycler this instant." The drone gesticulated in an almost upset manner, so urgent that he was to direct Adolphus to the proper place. "Oh no. First, I'll help you free yourself. Then we'll get you back in working order, and then we deal with me. Got it?" Adolphus insisted as he got into the awkward position required to remove the drone's hand from its arm. "This isn't necessary, sir." "It may not be." Adolphus tilted his head, shifting his entire body to reach behind the cables, pressing his essence to the hard plasticine surface. "But it's getting done whether you like it or not. There it is." Adolphus exclaimed as the little bot tugged itself free, stumbling backward before regaining its composure. "Okay, now remove yourself and retrieve my hand, and we can get back to our business post-haste." The drone informed Adolphus of its eager intent. "One problem. Now I'm stuck." Adolphus wriggled for effect. Full and brimming with laughter, he withdrew his hands, holding the drone's warped and clearly broken extremity. "Just messing with you. Should have seen the look at your eye." "That was not funny, sir," the drone cried, stamping a foot. "It was a little funny." Adolphus waggled a finger at the drone, but didn't supply an actual order or condemnation. "Come on, let's find you a replacement hand." "But we have to get you to the cycler." Our deal was I free you, patch you up to working order, then the me stuff. You first." He waved the limped hand all about for emphasis as he spoke. "Come on, where's the nearest parts station?" Adolphus rotated on one heel, away from the cycler room. "There. You see? You see that? That's an example of a proper writing," one of them said to the other. The watchers remained quiet, merely present to record the findings for the records behind this pair. "I still don't follow completely, sir." "We don't erase like you were trying to do with him. It doesn't work. We rewrite. We edit. I went back to his original memories, the ones you said were impossible to alter properly. Your technique was shit, by the way. But I was following. Fuck procedure. Minds are more delicate than that. Shift details, not entireties. I didn't alter much. Here, look at his story." He tapped a few buttons to reveal what had been redesigned. "This is the original. Drones crashed on his village. Blood and terror. He loses his mom and brother. That's still there. But in my version, his father takes apart the inactive drones for weapons and such, and the kid wants to be like dear old dad, so he does the same. Well, one day he figures out how to put them back together. Then, when he travels, instead of going to fight with other tribes against a mining outpost that isn't attacking anyone, he goes to explain why the outpost is there and how it can help rather than hurt. I didn't put the vast majority in there. His mind did it for me. I didn't force anything. If you do it right, it just sort of becomes who they always were." "So it's like spell checking a document?" "Precisely. The smartest thing you've ever said. We go in, we alter the experiences, but we don't cover over everything with ink. We just adjust the misspelled words. One here, one there. The outcome is vastly different. Instead of a hell-bent warrior obsessed with power and destruction, we get a kid, young, ambitious, a little afraid, who wants to help and has the know-how to improve things. A light touch. Nothing like the zero-class drones. Gross. And so it is. We've come to the end of our time together once again. I hope you loved the story as much as I did. As always, I've been your reliable host, Lothran. And this was Slumbering Vu, another tale to place on the ever-growing library of stories, straight from the heart of the Jakuls. Now to guide you out and back along the path, here is Korvoth. Go ahead, take them out, young Jakul.
Hello and good night to each and all. Please leave your comments, questions, and pleasantries down below. None of that horrid, mean, or rude stuff, though. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to help us learn, spread, and grow. And we remind each and every one of you to do your absolute utmost to stay safe out there. Goodbye, everybody, and good luck. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye.